వరల్డ్ మ్యూజిక్ కి పరిచయం అక్కర్లేని పేరు ఏఆర్ రెహమాన్. ఆయన మ్యూజిక్ కంపోజిషన్ లో మూవీ వస్తుంది అంటేనే చాలా ఈగర్ గా వెయిట్ చేస్తాం. అలాంటిది ఆయన ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తూ ఆయనే స్టోరీ రాస్తూ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్ట్ చేసిన మూవీ వస్తుంది అంటే ఇంకెంత ఈగర్ గా వెయిట్ చేస్తాం. ఆ మూవీనే 99 సాంగ్స్. ఈ మూవీ తెలుగు, తమిళ్, హిందీలో ఏప్రిల్ 16న వరల్డ్ వైడ్ గా రిలీజ్ కాబోతోంది. ఈ మూవీ విశేషాలు ఏఆర్ రెహమాన్ గారిని అలాగే ఈ మూవీ ద్వారా ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ అవుతున్న ఇహాన్ ని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. మనతో పాటు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడదాం. రెహమాన్ సార్, గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్. ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
యా, నేను చాలా బాగున్నాను. మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
బాగున్నాను.
సో ఇహాన్, హౌ ఆర్ యు?
ఐమ్ గుడ్. వణకం.
రెహమాన్ సార్, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. మీ మ్యూజిక్ వరల్డ్ నుంచి ఇంకొక స్టెప్ ముందుకు వెళ్ళి ప్రొడక్షన్ లోకి దిగారు. సో ఎట్లా అనిపిస్తుంది? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్.
Thank you so much. It's like they say, if you jump into the sea and if you don't swim, you actually drown. So film production is like that. If you jump into it, you have to be at it, very sincere, honest, and you should be driving it. Driving it in the means like when you do music, it's just 1x or 2x.
Yes.
Here, I would say it's like 100x of excitement, and you're terrified so much, and you're also it exhausts so much. But the beauty of something you imagine comes alive. That is the birth, I would say. Like childbirth, when it comes out, it feels like beautiful.
Yes. సో ప్రెస్ మీట్ సందర్భంగా హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చారు. చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత సార్ హైదరాబాద్ రావడం.
అవునండి.
ఎట్లా
1
అనిపించింది?
year. I think Hyderabad is the first place I traveled, even before going to Bombay for almost one year lockdown. It was pretty good actually. It was pretty fast because we had to come back to Chennai for the other launch.
Yes.
It was nice to see old friends. I called a few of my friends. I called, but they were all very short notice. Unfortunately, I missed out. I should have called them a couple of days back. But all of them wished well for this movie.
సో రెహమాన్ సార్, బేసిక్గా మీ మ్యూజిక్కి సంబంధించి, మూవీకి సంబంధించి మీ ఆల్బమ్ బయటకు వస్తుంది అంటే చాలామంది చాలా ఈగర్గా వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అయితే ఒక సినిమాకి సంబంధించి మ్యూజిక్ ముందే ఆడియన్స్కి రీచ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి మీకు పెద్ద టెన్షన్ ఉండదు సినిమా రిలీజ్కి సంబంధించి. అయితే 99 సాంగ్స్కి సంబంధించి మీరెంత ఎగ్జైటింగ్గా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారు? ఎందుకంటే ఇది మీరు ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు అండ్ స్టోరీ కూడా మీరే రాయడం జరిగింది. సో మీరెంత ఎగ్జైటింగ్గా ఉన్నారు?
There are different stages of concern in this. Because I'm writing the story for the first time, I narrated it to my friends, and then there were suggestions, and I took lessons. I took screenwriting, workshops. All that stuff happened. Then I wanted to test whether there's no one single way of taking movie making. Each one has a style, and you see all these legends, great legends, which I have worked with, and I respect them so immensely. So in this movie, what we have tried is to find a different voice. Each generation has a certain sensibilities, certain comfort zone in narration, and so now the world is into OTT, and they're watching Game of Thrones and Dark and all these amazing things. They're watching South Korean movies, and so at the flip of a button, you're actually going to a different culture, and you're going to a different language, different music, all this stuff. So we wanted to take advantage of that and see how an Indian film can be that crossover. You have an Indian culture, but the way it is told, the style of the filmmaking is very international. And so that's what we tried. The casting also. So when you see it, it's our narrative, our vision coming into everything.
Yes.
In the filmmaking, in the way the visuals are, the way the characters portrayed, the way we have portrayed humanity is everything through the story writers and the director's vision together.
మణిరత్నం సార్, మీకు చెప్పిన లైన్ మిమ్మల్ని మోటివేట్ చేసిందా సార్ ఈ మూవీకి సంబంధించి? అంటే మూవీ చేయడం కూడా ఒక సాంగ్ క్రియేట్ చేయడం లాంటిదే అని ఒక లైన్.
It's simple because it is not as easy as, because he knows me, he knows my love for visuals, my love for stories, love for details. I think that's why he said that. It's not like literally that. Yes. But he said how something like there's a tune, there's a thought process, and there's a travel in the song. There's a BGM, there's a mukda, there's something else, then something else opens, then there's a surprise, then the third region becomes grand. My songs were always like that. I wanted my songs to be an experience, not just a song. And especially when I started, I had like 7 minute song, 6 minute song. Now people don't use song that much. They use only like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, like the olden days. In 60s again, 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes only songs were. And so we stuck to some big ideas, and some of them we kept it very smaller.
Yes.
And I feel like I could relate to what he said, totally understand how he said, but it made me think that everything is easy. So that was a good, comforting advice he gave.
Yes. So Ihan, this is your debut movie, and tell us about yourself and how did you get this project, Ihan?
I auditioned for the film actually, and to my surprise, I got a call that I'm selected for the film. And in the beginning, I thought like, why me? You know, it could have been like any big actor doing it for Rahman sir. But then, as he said, like he wanted to give something to the industry, and it required a lot of time to portray a character like Jay. It needs a lot of prep work. You just can't go on the set and shoot. So I had to go to Rahman sir's KM Music Conservatory, where I trained in music along with my best friend Tanzin Dala.
Okay.
I was training under the guidance of Surojit Chatterjee sir, who was more like a father figure to me, treated me like a son, and made this beautiful journey of learning so beautiful for me. And after that, sir, it's his like generosity. He sent me to Hollywood to polish my acting skills. And when I came back, it helped me a lot during my prep time. My prep time helped me a lot to shoot the character of Jay. I don't think it would have been possible without us being introduced to that musical world to portray such complex characters.
So Ihan, even though this is your debut movie, but this is going to be released in 3 languages. How it feels, Ihan?
Over the top. I feel like I'm on cloud 99. Releasing in Hindi, it's like it's a dream for any actor to have his film released in theaters, especially first film. And knowing the fact that so many big films are releasing on OTT and our film has got a theatrical release, it's
Yes.
a very elevating thought. And then not just Hindi, I'm debuting in 3 languages: Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and I have this a masterpiece of masterclass of an album, I would say, which is not just in Hindi, and I have voices like Arijit Singh, Shreya Ghoshal, Purvi Kuti, Shashwat, and then the legends in Tamil cinema, Benny Dayal, Sid Sriram, and as well as in Telugu, you know, and
Yes.
they're all, it's kind of feels nervous because these are such massive names launched by Rahman sir, you know, he gave them the break, and me, and we are all like students of Rahman sir. He's the captain of this ship, 99 songs. So,
Yes.
99 songs is a product of like an unbelievable cast and crew, right? From musicians to director, cinematographer, actors. We have worked really hard for this film, and now it's finally releasing on 16th April. So we are like really, really excited that people will go to the theaters and shower love on this beautiful film. And it's Rahman sir's debut. Like, we're huge fans of his music, and first time he's writing the script, and it is in itself like such a curious thought. Like, it's Rahman
Yes.
sir film that he has written the film. So, like how you guys have showered so much love for his music all these years, I'm pretty sure you are as curious as me to see how the film is. You know, which is actually Rahman sir is producing it for the first time, writing it for the first time, yeah.
ఎస్ సో రెహమాన్ సార్ 8 years నుంచి మీరు ఈ స్టోరీతో ట్రావెల్ అవుతున్నారు అని తెలిసింది. ఇస్ ఇట్ ట్రూ సార్?
Already, actually 2010, it came in. But then, because I wrote the story, many other stories started coming also. So I had to write down everything. And so the evolution of something new started coming about filmmaking, music videos, and then building a whole studio in Chennai. You know, we have a 72-acre plot where we built a 36,000 square feet shooting studio for this movie. And we didn't use it that much, but because most of the movie was shot in places like Udaipur and Bombay, Shillong, and Ukraine, and all these places. It's a full experience. It's probably because the reason being that if you don't know something, you should never get into it.
ఎస్.
And I felt like I should know about every aspect of filmmaking, a little bit at least, to understand that, so that I can I don't ask stupid questions, or they don't, tell me stupid excuses, give me excuses which, why, no, we can't do this. And I said, why can't you use this lens?
Yes.
So, like that. So,
రెహమాన్ సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ మీరు అడిగితే చేయడానికి చాలా మంది ఇంట్రెస్ట్ చూపిస్తారు. బట్ వై ఇహాన్ అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు?
as Ihan said, we needed somebody who had the time, 1.5 years or 2 years to spend on a movie. Prep time alone is huge, because we have a big hero. They're so celebrated, they're amazing. And will they give 1.5 years to learn another instrument or anything? Each day they earn in crores. So I was thinking, why don't we give something to the industry? Why can't we shape up somebody in a very different way, so that he's not only going to cater to Indian movies. I see Ihan's future even in Hollywood, not just here. Because if he develops more skills, like more acting skills and more musical skills and more other things, and he seems like he could fit anywhere. It'll be nice to have an Indian doing. And now I think Dhanush is acting in a Hollywood movie already. So it's nice to see Indian actors also. Priyanka Chopra is there. So I feel like if he gets the right love for this movie, he also has a chance to do great things in future.
సో 99 సాంగ్స్ మూవీ అనేది ఒక మ్యూజికల్ రొమాంటిక్ మూవీ అనుకోవాలా సార్? మీరేం చెప్తారు సినిమాకి సంబంధించి?
Romance, every movie is a romantic movie because that is the ultimate, truth. There's a man and a woman, but there are other things in it, because in this movie, you have this old world and there's a new world, and our struggle is sometimes we always struggle with the old world and the new world, and what saves us. For in my case, it is music.
Yes.
And in this case, even for this hero, it's music. That's an anecdote.
రెహమాన్ సార్, నేను 99 సాంగ్స్ జ్యూక్ బాక్స్ చూశాను. ఆల్మోస్ట్ అన్ని సాంగ్స్ కలిపి 1 hour డ్యూరేషన్ ఉంది. అసలు మూవీ డ్యూరేషన్ ఎంత ఉంటుంది? సో నాకు ఇది ఒక డౌట్, ఏం చెప్తారు మీరు?
Correct. Songs are a little longer than what it is used in the movie, because in the movie, the story has to move. And ఒక ప్లేట్ లో తాళి ఉంది కదా, లైక్ సాపాడు భోజనం అని ఉంది, but should feel light for you, right? You can't feel like I've eaten too much, and then you don't even want to work. So movies also for me is like that. You feel what can your senses take, what can you biologically take, and how does it make you feel light in the end? And you should feel like something nice has come and I need to go out. I've experienced this movie. This is a very experiential movie. So that is the reason why we didn't use many of the songs are not in the full duration. But for listening pleasure, we added more antras so people can know about the character as an audio. Right. The duration of the movie is, I think, 2 hours, 5-7 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yes. So Ihan, how it felt to work with A.R. Rahman sir?
I don't know how to articulate it in the right words and present it to you.
What it felt like to work with A.R. Rahman sir?
It's a delight to work with Rahman sir. I think Rahman sir is a global icon because his music is not just, he thinks about the world. I think that when he composed the song, he thinks that what's the life of it after 10 years or 20 years down the line. And that's how he has written the film also. As he said, like it's a film that where you can, it looks like Hollywood, but you can make films like this in India. That's the way he has written this film, and that's how Vishwesh has executed this film. It is an honor to be sharing my screen space alongside such amazing, incredible actors: Manisha Koirala ji, Lisa Riji, Ranjit Barot, who's as Sir says, revelation. I think was discovered in this film as a debut, and he's a tremendous actor. And of course, Tenzin Zala, who's like a brother to me, as a bandmate in my film. It was a beautiful journey to shoot for this film, prep for this film, and associate ourselves with Rahman sir. He's not just a great and incredible musician, but he's an amazing producer. It's not it's just numbers with him. It's more than
actually we all knew A.R. Rahman sir as a musician, but how was the working experience with A.R. Rahman sir as producer and as a writer?
I told you, as producers usually talk through emails, and but with sir, he makes you feel like a part of the family. He welcomes you and he nurtures you, he guides you. I mean, it's a blessing to start off our my debut with the legend like Rahman sir. He's an exceptionally talented producer. He knows all the tricks of the trade, where to invest, how to invest, and apart from
Yeah.
that,
I'm just a beginning.
apart from
Yes.
that, he is an exceptionally talented writer. You know, a story like
Yeah.
99 songs is it's just not a cakewalk. You know, it requires a lot of imagination, and I'm excited that you will get to explore Rahman sir's vision of writing very soon on 16th April.
సో రెహమాన్ సార్ ఈ
Ah,
మూవీ తెలుగు, తమిళ అండ్ హిందీలో రిలీజ్ కాబోతోంది. సో ఫైనల్లీ ఏం చెప్తారు 99 సాంగ్స్ కి సంబంధించి?
There are amazing directors, amazing movies made in India and the world. This movie has a voice which is slightly different, and it is intentional that we wanted to make something slightly different because it is based on music. It's based on my vision of what a movie can be when it's driven by music. And of course, it's only the beginning. And with your love, if you get the support, I'll be doing more movies like this.
ఎస్. అండ్ ఇహాన్, హ్యావ్ యూ సీన్ ట్రైలర్ ఇన్ తెలుగు?
Yes, of course.
ఎస్. వుడ్ యూ లైక్ టు సే సంథింగ్ టు తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్?
Yes, like we all of us, like all throughout India and the world, we have idolized Rahman sir's music, and it's first time he's writing a film. Like how you have showered so much love for his music, and I think you should do the same because it's like our A.R. Rahman making a film, his visionary thought put in a film, and not just in one language but 3 languages. It has a great reach that way, and it's a beautiful story. It's a story which needs to be told. So yeah, I think just go to the cinemas, wear your masks, and enjoy this visual cinematic experience.
ఎస్. సో ఏఆర్ రెహమాన్ సార్, ఫైనల్లీ మీ తెలుగు స్ట్రైట్ ఫిల్మ్ ఎప్పుడు ఉండబోతోంది?
మంచి స్క్రిప్ట్ వచ్చేస్తే నేను చేస్తామండి. నాకు తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ అంటే మంచి ఇష్టం. I love them and I've grown up with Telugu movies. I've played in Telugu movies, you all know that. But I want to do something which is very, very unique in Telugu, and if I get that, I'll definitely.
ఎస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ రెహమాన్ సార్ అండ్ ఇహాన్, అండ్ ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
Thank you.
సో ఇది ఇవాల్టి స్పెషల్ చిట్ చాట్. చూస్తూనే ఉండండి ABN ఆంధ్రజ్యోతి.